Welcome, guys. This is like my fourth time changing the time. Um, going from like 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. then to 12:30 a.m. Now I know I look like I'm not. No offense to cancer patients, but I look like a cancer patient. I got the hair looking super low, but I needed to cut it because I had a interview today with a company. I'm not gonna tell you guys until I get hired. If I get hired. Um, the look of my teeth, I gotta hurry get my teeth fixed. Okay, that's gonna be ASAP soon. They hit the braces. Need that done. Shout out to Maximus in the building. Shout out to Nab in the building. So yeah, I had interview, and then I had work, um, 3 hours on Zoom, and kept pushing it back, and just kept yapping, 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 and wouldn't get off. And I was getting paid to be involved with that meeting, so I didn't mind it. But yeah, we had that going on, so it delayed me. But this live, I'm going to try and um yeah, this live I'm gonna try to break down these stories and try to keep it smooth, try to keep it going, um, try to get it popping. Now I will say one thing, it looks like for some reason my Twitter isn't syncing up with the rest of my what's going on here. Shout out to Fantastic Max. We got Robbie Magnificent in the building. We got Wordplay in the building. This is going to be about an hour long, and then I'm going to do a half an hour of people coming on if they want to, share their opinion, etc. We're going to start with something I was going to save to the end, but we're going to start with it now. That way, I'd rather people hear it after because a lot of people are going to watch this live after. Um, so we're gonna start with the blacks, okay? What is life in the building? We're gonna start with why do I use the word the blacks, okay? Because I was talking to, I'm not gonna tell you who because I don't want to, put him on blast, but another black fellow, okay? And the situation you got to remember is this: most of, and I actually did a video I was going to put out last night, but I'm like, no, I'm not going to put the video out because people are going to be in their feelings. I'd rather be on here to explain it more clearly instead of rushing trying to do a video because I was trying to do a quick video before Cali Girl got ready to go to bed. So let me just get into that so we can know for context purpose, okay? So black people, if you go to the hood, okay, and you ask the average black person, who usually is the person that's making us all look bad, people making us look bad, who are the ones robbing, stealing, killing, doing all that, they're going to say niggas, they're going to say niggas, that's it. But I'm trying to be PC here, so they're going to say dirty n with the r at the end, they're going to say hood n words, they're going to say all kinds of variations of n words. Then when it comes to the women, they're going to say hood rats. They're going to say, they're going to call them N words too. Okay. So what I'm doing, and I'm trying to get y'all to understand, I'm trying to be a little bit more respectful to these individuals because I feel like, excuse me, I get some drink. I feel like everybody deserves a second chance. Okay. And I don't like to label people with the N word because it makes me feel like a white supremacist. Because back in the day, you had real white supremacist people, not in 2024, but I'm talking about back then. Because anybody that would consider herself a white supremacist in 2024, they ain't leading nothing. They ain't got it. They're not better than nobody. Okay. Back in the day, yes, because they had all the power, to tell a black person that you are not allowed in this bathroom, you're not allowed in my restaurant, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed in the school. So yes, you had that. So back to the point. Um, White people called Cali Girl possibly, but I'm probably going to be working tonight because I got 3 phones I got to deliver. So we're going to see. So let me get back to the point here. So what happened is, okay, you have that word, the N word. I don't like to use it. Okay, I hate it using it. I don't like it. It's nasty. I don't like to talk to my friends like, yo, what's good, Mike? I don't do that. So most of the black people, Chris Rock did it the best, but you had Hodge twins who did it 4 days ago, which is what caused me to like even explain this to you guys because they did a good job in explaining it. I'm not going to show. They're and if you're talking about those tacos we usually get, I'm down. I can grab them for us though. Just let me know. Just text me. So um, they did a good job, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not gonna steal their jokes, but I'm gonna like reference the Hodge twins the way they did it, and y'all can check out. Um, y'all can check their video. I'll go to the Hodge twins, and you see the video. It's like 4 days ago. They did black people um, versus niggas. And they were actually funny. I'm not gonna be funny. I'm gonna get straight to the point when I say it. Okay. So here's the situation. Chris Rock started the difference, on a public stage, and then you got the Hodge twins. You got a bunch of other people that, like Dave Chappelle did it. There's a difference between black people and niggas. Okay. So, and I'm gonna use the N word for context because if I don't use it, if I say the blacks, people are gonna think that they're gonna just mine ain't gonna be changed. They ain't gonna understand. So I gotta use the N. And I hate using this word, but I gotta use it. So when you have white people and people of other races, when they look at black people, they look at us all for the most part the same. Okay. Now you got to understand when we as black people we look at white people, okay, we can differentiate the two. So if you see white trash, like we call white trash, like meth heads, crackheads, if we see those people, we're gonna call those people white trash. Like somebody that like the woman that got like the shirt that's like halfway like up here and she got the big stomach, she's like super weight, and then the guy with the like beard and looks like he's a racist, we're gonna label those people as like white trash. We're not gonna call those people like they're not normal white people. But when it comes to black people, okay, when it comes to shout out to student Dr. Paul in the building, and shout out to um, Cali girl in the building, okay. So here's the situation, um, and I'm gonna actually address this comment because this is exactly what I'm talking about here. So, what is life? Would literally respect me more if I said and I called black people niggas instead of the blacks. Okay. A word that white slave owners made negative, made into something that was to belittle a group of people. I guess that's your perspective. That's your opinion. I'm not mad at you. You believe that, you go with that. But for me, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. I feel like that's nasty work, like despicable work. Like I'm talking about trash. That you're going to take a word that white people used to demean and disrespect and, call you the worst in society. And to this day, away from black people, whenever that word is used, it's usually used to label the worst of anything. So white people, like they'll call somebody they don't like an N word. They'll call a bad person an N word. Um, you know, Asians, they call us all for the most part, like the racist Asians, they call us the N word. You guys are allowing that word to be empowered because that word should not be used at all. Because you can't expect people not to use it when we're using it and making it a respectful, positive thing. Because it's not a positive thing. It's in our music, it's in our cultures, in our TV shows. We got to stop using that word. But let me not get away from that from the point at hand. Okay. We got to separate ourselves from niggas. Okay. It is what it is. Okay. Um, due to the fact that raised in the building, we got raised in the building also. We got to separate ourselves because when people look at us in the workplace, when they look at us out like at amusement parks, they look at us in places, if we're not dressed up to where you will get that label of you're dressing like you're white or you talk like you're white, um, they literally um, they literally group us all the same. And I shouldn't have to be white or dress white or talk white to be labeled and treated like a freaking American, Black American. No, I should be able to just be me. But you got to still not pass the fact of statistics, okay? You have statistics. Now we're going to break down and get into the reason why statistics matter in regards to being a Black folk or being a nigga, okay? Um, you could theorize about what the term nigga means, but you saying the blacks was 100% demeaning. No theory. No, because guess what? We're black, darker skin. We're actually not black, but we're darker skin. Okay. And by me saying the blacks is way better than saying niggas because the blacks is not derogatory at all. It's just funny. Okay. It's just funny. Like only people that are emotional and sensitive are going to be um, upset about that word, the blacks, because it means nothing. It was never tied to anything bad. So that's where I'm at with that. Shout out to Sam Scottsdale in the building. Um, Serious situation, okay? Um, and talking about Dennis, who was black, talking about niggas, not white men talking about blacks. Okay, so look, what it's like, you can come on the last half an hour, and if you want to, you know, talk about that, then you can. But um, I'm not going there. I'm going to stay on point because I got other topics to talk about. I gotta get to. So let me give you some examples. Hodge Twins, Chris Rock, and Dave Chappelle, and a bunch of people, black people, brought up that would separate black folks, regular black people, like the good blacks. Like, and mind you, I'm not calling myself a good person. I'm not saying I'm a good black. I'm just saying I'm a normal person. I'm not doing no violent crime. I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I'm not trying to hurt the community. So let's start with the sagging of the pants. Um, that's going to be on a category of nigga. Okay, the blacks sag the pants. I'm talking about like ignorantly sagging pants. Okay, and I guess so. We got context. Shout out to Good Riddance in the building. I'll show you guys if your pants are sagged below the butt to this point, you're a nigga. I'm sorry. It is what it is. You're not black folk. You're a nigga. That's just what it is. Okay. What was another one that they used? If you're driving around in the car, okay, you're driving around in the car, we're trying to be safe on the road, but you got your hands on the steering wheel like that, and you lean back like this, they said it. That's nigga stuff. Okay. Like normal people don't do that. That's unsafe, dangerous, shouldn't do that. Okay. Um, that's a nigga. Okay. That's a black. Um, what else we got here? And I'm guilty of that some like back in the day when I was young and dumb. But then when I, moved to Vegas, I realized how stupid that was because you got to be alert and you can't like be alert back like this. Like it ain't safe. You need that baby be ready to put two hands on the steering wheel. But I thought it was cool to have the one hand that just looks better, it looks cool. Okay. Blasting the music. If you can hear the music from, a block away coming your way, then more than likely that's a nigga. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's just it is what it is. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna call that black folk, that's a nigga. Okay. You're in a public space, you're in public space, like a job interview, and you're waiting for your turn. Like you're at McDonald's, you're waiting for your turn. And somebody walks in smelling like marijuana, strong, like no other, more than likely that's a nigga. That's gonna make you look crazy and be embarrassing to you because now you're associated to that dude. So once again, that's nigga. When you get a drive-through line, and this is something I do, which brings out a little bit of nigga in me. When I get a drive-through line, and I'm like, can I get a hold on. Okay, let me get a like that's, and then you get mad at the person who is trying to take your order, and they're like, "Are you ready yet?" After like 2 minutes of nigga. Okay. Now, black folk, once again, we don't engage in any of this behavior. We just don't do that. That's just now one the Hodge twins actually said, this ain't me. Hodge twins said this yesterday or 4 days ago. This isn't coming from me, okay? When you go to a job interview and you hear like, a bunch of people are interviewing and you hear interviews, you're listening to people that are interviewing and they ask the person, so why you want this job? And he says, man, I'm just hungry, man. I'm trying to, feed my family and I'm trying to eat, I'm trying to like freaking, get myself out the hut. That's the nigga. Okay. Like these are all things that we don't do as black Americans. Niggas do that stuff. Okay. Lastly, okay, when it comes to women, I was debating Cali Girl about this last night, and it had me a little frustrated. I felt bad. Um, I felt bad for going in, but um, I had to because I've been black my whole life. I have three sisters. Okay, three sisters. My mom, all my family for the most part are black. Everybody I can imagine is black. Okay, so it's frustrating that when people try to tell me what how the black culture was or is or what we do, Weave, okay? I know the difference from weave and extensions, okay? Um, you know, I was dating this chick. I was talking to her about chick the other day, and I told her that she was mad because um shout out to Christina in the building, shout out to TC in the building. We got Original Thought in the building. She was mad because I she found out that on Facebook I was doing a podcast and I was debating these people about black issues. I'm telling her about it, thinking that she would understand because she's like the uppity black, like normal, educated, whatever, whatever. But she decided because she had a breakdown to go work at Pizza Hut or Papa John's, one of the two, because she needed a break from real life. Now she was fortunate that her parents were successful. She was land on her feet no matter what. But she decided because we had this fight, and mind you, before she kicked me out, or not kicked me out, before she cut things off, she said, "Can we get in there one more time?" Because she's freaking a deviant. Did the deed, and then I left. And then at that point, 3 months later, I get a "Hey, big head" text. Okay, and I wasn't on it. But a few days later, she put a picture up with weave in her hair that was like golden blonde, and it looked trash because it was like she did it herself, and it was like coming out the sides, whatever. Like the weave was coming out the sides. It was trash. And I was trying to explain to Cali girl. She had to defend because I'm talking about the nigga. She had to defend the situation and say that that's an extension and it looks good and that's her hair and blah blah. That ain't her hair. That was her trying to prove a point that she didn't need to prove. She has long, nice hair already. Okay. She just did that because she wanted to show me that she was part of the culture, even though she doesn't rock weave. She doesn't do none of that. So we're getting into a debate because I'm like telling her that my grandmother, I think she might have been the last generation that fought against weave, fake nails, fake anything, eyelashes. My grandmother used to get angry, like or not angry, but she used to be like at my sister's neck when my sister used to get mad. I mean, my sister used to buy weave and the fake nails and all that stuff and eyelashes. You got bills to pay, but you're spending money on all this. And my sister would get the smoke from my grandmother because my grandmother, being 67 years old, every single night rolled her hair up in rollers every night because she took pride in her hair. Like that's what black women used to do. They used to take pride in their hair to where they would literally have all their hair together. They would have their real nails. They wouldn't get fake nails, and they wouldn't have fake eyelashes. They just kept themselves up. So the problem you face is, as I was trying to explain to um, Cali girl, is that we have our styles of hair. We do curly hair. We can do straight if we want to. We got curly hair. You can have, what you call it? I forgot they're called. Not bangs, but whatever those things are called. Like, you take your hair out the curls, rolling, whatever they are. But you can have so many different styles. You don't have to do weave. Okay, you still get hired for a job. You still be considered the best if you're good at whatever job you're doing. But the problem you face is in 2024 is that the past like 20 or so years, we allowed our women to get beat into submission thinking that weave is the way to go because you have a standard that most black men, not niggas love the weave. They love the fake nails. They love the fake eyelashes and all that stuff. Okay. But black men don't want none of that stuff. We want natural. So it sucks that we get bashed if we were to date outside our race, which I never dated outside my race, like seriously dated, like I'll be with you until I moved to Vegas. Really, it was like when I was 32, I was like, you know what? Maybe I might date outside my race. Like I got tired of being forced into, you know, forced into accepting this behavior, this look just because they're black women. No, I don't like none of that. Most niggas like that stuff. Okay. When I was on that nigga stuff, I used to like that type of stuff. I like she can go get the fake weave because I was more worried about what people in the culture would think about her, not about what I think about her. And I don't like that. I like real hair. I like real nails. I like eyelash, everything real. I don't care if you have no nails. I don't care if you're bald headed. Just don't cut your hair. But if you're like you losing your hair, you don't have to get weave. It's all good. We'll make it work. Go Holly Berry. I don't care. But the point of the matter is, our women have became comfortable to where my grandmother used to cook every single day. Okay, let me break. I'm gonna stick with the chat. Now I guess this topic is gonna be a little bit longer. So now I'm gonna have to cut a couple of my other topics down. But um We got, you sound ignorant. There's successful black men who would consider themselves niggas. So using the word, you aren't talking about specific type of man. Yes, I am. I'm sorry. Yes, I am. Because guess what? If you're a respectable man, you're not considering yourself a nigga. And my grandfather back in the day would absolutely kick you out of his house if you came in his house using the N word. He was offended because he was around in the time that white people and people that weren't black were using that word to demean black people, which is why the elders hate for the youngins to use that word. But the elders who fought for the rights that these youngins have now, the youngins don't respect the fact that a lot of these people died, a lot of these people got shot, a lot of these people got beat up by cops fighting for that word not to be used. But because they don't appreciate nothing and they don't understand what that word really means to the blacks, the black Americans who fought for that word to be taken away, of course, y'all gonna make that word a normal thing. Okay, it's okay. But let's get back to the point to my grandmother. My grandmother rolled her hair every night. She had a home cooked meal every night for my grandfather and for kids, whoever was there. Okay, she was not beat into laziness. Now the women nowadays, okay, when you deal with hood dudes, they don't demand anything from you other than they're gonna have their little trap house or their house. They want you to like maybe make sure there's some food there. You don't got to go and cook. You can maybe just go and get some food from McDonald's and just have it ready. You know, um, Massage their back, have sex with them. They don't demand anything out of you. They want you to look good. Whatever is culturally good looking, whatever the black culture thinks is like the best right now is fake booty and fake. No, not. I don't think the titties have gone fake yet because black women like historically have some rockers on them, but the booty not so much with all of us, all of our women. So fake booties have been in style now, but that's all they demand. They want whatever is relevant to the culture, whatever they see rappers and they see the people on TV doing. That's what they want their chick to do. So what happens is good women go bad because of that. Rihanna sung about that. Like good women end up going bad, and then ain't no coming back from being bad for most of these women. Okay, because these women be beat into submission. So what happens is um, you lose your pride, your self respect, which is what a lot of this is. Putting hair that's not yours on your hair. It was supposed to be, you wore fake hair if you had alopecia, whatever, or you had cancer, or you had like, though. I remember when a woman get her first wig when she gets older, like when she starts losing her hair, she would cry. Like she would cry. She would be like, she would literally cry. Like she would be upset that she has to put on this wig, okay, for the first time. But nowadays, I got sisters that wore wigs when they're freaking 18. They didn't care about the wig game. But back to the point, when you have these things that the productive, good black men don't like, so, as a whole, like yes, some good black men like wigs and weave. They don't care about none of that stuff. But most good black men, they end up dating outside the race because they don't want to deal with fake weave or fake hair. You're putting hair that's not yours in your hair. It doesn't even look like your real hair. It literally looks like weave. Like before, like 10, 20 years ago, it used to look like real hair. Now they don't even care. They use those basket weaving weave. Like it looks terrible. Okay. So what happened is, you got the weave, you got the nails that don't even look like your real nails. Okay. You have, the fake eyelashes that don't look like your real eyelashes. And you know what sucks is that the only people that get the cop out, the only people that get to say, it's okay, it's black women. Because, I was debating this with Cali Girl yesterday. And, we all know that people in other races don't make this their go-to thing to do unless they are dating black guys or really niggas or they're trying to be part of the hip hop culture. If they're not trying to be part of that, they get extensions, the expensive ones actually look like their real hair. Like you rarely see anybody outside of us black people wearing stuff that don't look like it's not real. Other than, of course, boobs, white women wearing boobs. Okay. And I got them ahead. But weave and all that stuff is not getting you ahead. Okay. It's not getting you. And then, what sucks too, and I'm going to leave it there with the women and say this. Once again, you got people that are not black trying to tell somebody that is black that been around black women his whole life who's raised by black women trying to tell him how black women used to be and how they are now. It has nothing to do with hair texture. Well, you're telling me the sun, you're telling me the moisture in the air, you're telling me the weather changed in the past 20, 30 years, that black women in 1980s used to roll their hair up. Their hair used to be natural, it was real, it looked good. They still got hired, they still got jobs. So you had that going on. So 30 years later, what? Texture of hair changed because of what? DNA and changed or what? No, y'all just use a cop out. It's laziness. Okay. Women used to spend an hour doing their hair. We used to joke and laugh about that. And guess what? Other, you know, other race of people, they still spend hours doing their hair. And I don't want to hear, once again, Cali girl, she doesn't do her hair because she doesn't care. Yes, some people in different races don't care about the hair. Okay. Hispanic women, all they got to do is wet their hair and their hair look good because they got that hair. Okay. White people, white women, they just comb it, put some gel in it, and they're done. Black women, I'm sorry, you have to do a little bit more if you want to have a different look, or you can go natural and just have it curly. But the whole point of the matter is, um, you know, the generation of women got lazy, and it goes for a lot of times other races of women too. If we want to go there, because I'm sorry, as a woman, you're supposed to be appealing to your man, and if your man, you know, your man like your hair looking good, he likes, everything looking good. You should conform to that if you want the man. Just like the man, I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, I'm like the reason why I cut my hair bald, guys, by the way, is because my hair is going bald. Okay, you see, my hair is going bald. So I had a job interview. Okay, or I thought I had a job interview, but it was something. It was a scam. But I didn't want to be unprofessional with my hair looking a mess because I messed up my lineup and my hair was just uneven. So I wanted to look professional, so I cut it bald. That's the reason why. Okay. But the whole point of the matter is, women have gotten lazy. Okay, in regards to treatment of their hair. And then they wonder why men date outside the race. But let me get back to the point, okay? Because we're getting off topic here. Once again, y'all see the separation between niggas and black people, and I'm sorry that it's like that, but it's like that. So when I say the blacks, it's because I don't want to say niggas. I'm not going to use that word. I'm not going to go there because that sounds nasty, and that's literally beating up on people by using and saying the worst or whatever, and I say niggas. A lot of people, those people are emotional, and that's another thing. If you have people that can't have a conversation without getting emotional, most of the time you're gonna call them a nigga. Okay. So if you're in my chat, you're in my comment section, and you're emotional, I just look at you like you're one of the blacks. It is what it is because you can't form a argument without being emotional and making it about. We used to be about facts. Men used to be about facts. Now it's like um it's about making somebody conform to what you believe in your head. This is my opinion. These are my opinions. That's all it is. Shout out to Roy in the building. Sounds like Dennis want these Natural Geographic natural women. No, Cali girl's natural, and she wouldn't dare put weave in her hair. She never wore weave, but she's caping for weave right now because she just wants to equality, inclusivity. Like that's just what California people do. But she knows good and damn well she's not wearing weave. She's not wearing fake nails. I had to, I tried to talk her into getting the fake nails to where they do her nails like nubs, not like long, but like nubs with like the French tip or something on the top. And I told her she should take them right off. She wouldn't even do that. She doesn't do fake nails. She doesn't do fake eyelashes. None of that. But she's justifying it for certain people because she knows good and dang on well. Like we had to talk too, and I told her we gotta talk tonight because I'm not having a kid. We're not having a kid together. If she thinks that I'm letting my daughter wear weave, period, until she gets out of my house, like when she's 18, she could do it. That's fine. Like my daughter, I remember I let her after she fought me for a year to wear weave. I let her do it because I'm like, you know what? I'm putting her through all this anyway because we're moving around trying to get out of the mom situation. So I let her do it, and it was so nasty. It made her hair fall out, and it looked so trash that I told her straight up that we're not doing weave no more. And she does it now here and there with braids, but she doesn't just do weave. I remember to the point she bought a wig, and she thought that I was gonna let her wear a wig outside. Wasn't happening. And that's something I'm not doing. Just like fake nails, I didn't let her nails is literally like nubs, never letting her do long nails. That's trash, not doing it. Okay, and it can't be no bunch of different colors. It got to be one solid color or a French tip. I'm sorry, period. These are things that I mean, just I have going on. She's not wearing fake eyelashes and all that stuff. She knows that, and she told y'all that when she came on live. That's just what it is. Let's see what else we got in the chat before I move on here. Sam, you're new to the channel. I'm assuming this ain't negativity. This is facts. Okay, I'm telling you guys separation because of the fact. The reason why I'm even doing this is because one of the reasons is hot facts. I heard he went on. I not heard, but I saw. I was listening to Roy's live stream, and I heard him. He came in and said, "I'm not one of the blacks Dennis talks about." That was nasty work. I don't want to be associated to like that word being like even though used in the proper context. Hot Facts understands what I mean. I'm not talking about black people. I'm talking about niggas. Okay, so he knew what I was talking about in regards to that. But I hate that it was used around all these white people and they understood like what he meant but then they didn't at the same time. I'm like, y'all gotta understand what I'm talking about here. I wouldn't want Robert Reese to go in there like, I ain't the niggas that you be thinking that I am or whatever, because they think that he's like an angry black guy that's like, like broke, just, yapping, because that's usually what niggas do. Okay. That's not hot facts, which is what he was saying. I'm not one of the blacks because he doesn't want to use the nigger word, especially around a bunch of white people. That's nasty. In my channel, I don't feel comfortable using that word. So I think I elaborated on it enough, and I don't think I have to do it again. So when I call you a nigga, or if I say, no, actually, I'm not going to say that. You got me tongue tied. When I call you the blacks, one of the blacks, then you're either somebody that I feel is engaging in nigga shit, or you are an advocate and a follower and a believer of nigga shit. Like that they're doing the stuff that they should not be doing, and you are not against it. You're literally um, rocking with it. You're literally allowing people to engage. I'm sorry. Like, like I don't want people um living around me that are blasting music because that's nigga shit. I don't want people that won't snitch and tell on their neighbor for committing some violent crime or breaking into cars. That's nigga shit. This is all stuff that I call the blacks. So there we go. We're done with that. Y'all know why. So if I call you that, be offended because I'm pretty much calling you a nigga or a lover or a supporter of nigger culture. And that needs to change. And if you don't like it, all I can say, go fuck yourself. I'm not changing my mind. I'm not switching nothing up. I'm not changing my vocabulary. I'm going to take this number, which is at 30 right now, and dip it all the way back down to 50 and just restart. And I'm going to continue telling y'all that. I don't care. Because one thing to the next subject here, actually, let me see if there's any comments that needs addressing in regards to that. Let's see. No, I'm a Black American. Actually, I'm Black American. When I do something that's niggerty, I'm going to repent and retract and, you know, try to figure it out. What's your thoughts on the whites? Wiggers. Okay, you said wiggers. Um, okay, so I'm not going to use the word wiggers because once again, I don't like using N word. But in regards to the whites, when I say the whites in a derogatory way, like I say the whites, I'm talking about the shooters, the active shooters that be just shooting random people, going into supermarkets, like freaking shooting people off their balcony for no reason, the guy from Las Vegas, or I'm talking about meth heads, trailer trash, racist people, people like that. Those are the people I'm going to say the whites. And I've said that. I've literally said, yeah, that's the whites up to no good again. Like those are those people. And guess what? The white people that are engaging in that behavior are not going to be upset with me saying the whites, doing this and doing that because they know it doesn't fit them. They know it ain't them. They're white Americans. They're not the whites. Okay. So that's the reason why I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing because that's just what I want to do. Okay. What else we got here? I caught your last stream crying about snitching. No, big difference. I don't care about people. I want people to snitch. I want people to tell. But it's a difference of telling on something that's actually affecting the community, you, the Americans, and telling on something to just get somebody to conform to you or to get somebody to do what you want them to do. Extortion, pretty much. Okay. Like if I was to, witness somebody, say I saw somebody steal it out of my car. Okay. Um, I have a choice. I can call the cops, get that person in trouble. They're gonna have a felony. They're done. Um, it's gonna be hard for them to get a job. Or I can go outside if I feel like that person is not a threat and say, look, dude, you're caught. Just put the stuff back. Don't do it again, man. Because if I see you do it again, I'm calling the cops. You're a done deal. I got cameras right here. Okay, you see the difference? I'm gonna do the second if I feel like he ain't a threat. But if he looks like he might have a gun, he looks like he might, do something dangerous. If he looks like pretty much one of the blacks, I'm sorry. I'm gonna probably call the cops because I can't take him. Not like he ain't gonna take me walking outside. Like, bro, look, listen, man, I got you. You're caught. Like, I ain't trying to call the cops on you because more than likely he's gonna do something because he got caught, and it's gonna be I no, I'm gonna because that's what happens. Like, look up video footage of like the lady that the guy punched off the stairs because he was trying to rob her, and he just punched off the steps, and then she's down there destroyed, and he robbed her still. Like, I'm not taking that chance. Just like a white person, a meth head, I'm not taking a chance. If he looks like a white meth head, I'm calling the cops. But if he looks like a white person that's like, like a frail little, like scrawny little weakling, like pussy, I'm gonna freaking go outside and say, look, bro, like, look, just leave, put my stuff back. Don't do this again. But if I broke my window, I'm probably gonna call the cops. Okay. So it's levels to it, okay? So that's what I mean. Like, by snitching, okay? If it affects you personally, or if it affects the community, affects somebody, tell all day. But if it doesn't affect nobody, like if it's somebody, at Walmart, for example, if you got somebody at Walmart that you see stealing in the aisles, I'm not doing nothing. I'm sorry. That ain't my responsibility. Okay. Now, if he's running out of Walmart with the stuff, that's different. Now it's a public responsibility. But Walmart got cameras. So I'm not gonna be a narc and go to the manager like, hey, this guy's stealing, out the whatever. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Because once again, that man may be desperate. Times might be tough, and he might just need that baby formula or that, whatever. But if he's running out of Walmart, putting people in danger, and then also a bad reflection of me as a black person. I'm sorry. If I got people around and we're all like right there, we can stop them. We're gonna stop them. I'm sorry, because that's a reflection of us. We're losing. And that's the reason why I hate the fact that you have these stores closing because you're in like a catch-22 because you feel sympathetic for these people that got to steal, but then at the same time, it's like it causes you to lose. Okay, but like I said, you know, you have, for example, somebody that got a basketball league under the table. They're not paying no taxes. They're not paying the city for what you call it. Most cities require you to have a recreational fee. Like, you got to pay a recreational fee to have a league or have any type of sports event or whatever. They're doing it behind the table, under the table. I'm not going to report that person because they're helping the community, helping their family. They're doing what they got to do. Okay. So I wouldn't tell. Now, if the person, I got a basketball league at this place. Now, this person, they open up a gym across the street from me, and they're not paying nothing. They just opened up, and now their costs are low, so they can make the league fee $5 instead of $10. So now they're taking people from my gym to their gym. I'm going to probably call because they're affecting me, my family, my business, my employees. Because now I got to, lay some people off because I don't need refs like that as many because this person is undercutting. Like the person that puts a food cart in front of your restaurant, like, nasty work. If you got a freaking yogurt shop and somebody puts a yogurt truck in front of your business, you have to report them because they're going to cost you and your employees money. All right, so that's that. All right, what else we got here? Um, we will see if my channel grows. Only time will tell. TBL, not emotional at all. Just giving you guys game. Christina, you may have not came here from the start. The reason why I started off the live because it wasn't the regulars on the channel yet, so I figured I'll start with something light. But then as I went into it, people in the chat deflected or caused me to like go into different tangents. But I always trying to explain to you guys is why I use the word blacks and not niggas. Like most black people, they behind the scenes they call people that do nigga stuff, they call them niggas. Like if somebody breaking in their car and they see them running away and they're black, they're gonna call them niggas. Even on my channel, when you have bad black folks that be doing violent and criminal stuff, You call them niggas. They said it multiple times. I don't want to use that word. So I say the blacks. It was that simple. Maybe I could have wrapped up in 5 minutes, but that's all it was. Let's see. Um, yeah, that was the teenager that pushed the lady down the steps. Yep. But he was probably raised with one of the blacks because my son wouldn't dare. I'm sorry. Yeah, Nap, that's the point. But Nap, the point of the matter is if they're stealing inside the store, I don't care. Like, whatever. But it's the fact of them running out the store with all that stuff. If that continues to happen, that causes other people to be affected because that causes the store to leave. Even though they could track and they know people are taking anyway because of, an inventory when they do an inventory check. But it's a difference from that and people literally walking out of stores and not being able to be arrested, not being able to be stopped. That's going to cause a store to just give up because that causes more people to be bold enough to do it too. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Let me get, even though I don't acknowledge this man's, I'm not going to acknowledge this man's name, but he makes a good point here. Okay, so give you a good example, and then this sucks because I guess this live is going to be. I got to end this by 2. 'Cause I got to go to work, but it sucks because I got so much more to talk about, and I'm not even going to get to it because you know I've been on this topic. So 24 Hour Fitness called me, and I've been paying $15 a month um, to suspend my membership until this month is over. I could cancel it. It's $50 a month, but I've been doing $15 only because the gym was open 24 hours. But because of the blacks, niggas, okay, the gym closes at 10 o'clock now because you had for 3 weeks, you had 3 cases of niggas coming in fighting over basketball and threatening to shoot each other and going out, taking it to the parking lot and cops being called. So after 3 weeks of this happening, the last of the gyms, because remember, all the other gyms around LA, that most of the blacks would go to, were shut down because of the fact, like completely no gym. They took gym out, they turned them into weight rooms because of the fact they fight too much. So now you have a situation where the gyms that were remaining open for basketball, which were out in Bellflower area, all closed at 10. And they're planning on shutting a few of them down because the blacks can't come and just play basketball without fighting and trying to act like, it's life or death. So my membership, I can't use it because the way I work and I was working, I can't play because I don't have time to go. Because I was going at 9 o'clock and I was playing from like 9 to like 1 and it was cool. But now that they shut it down at 10, I can't play. So when a lady called, I'm not gonna say. See, here's the thing. This is a politically correct way of talking about it. And by the way, it was a black lady that called. And politically correct, that could have been like, some guys fighting, and they shut down the gym in LA. And then the fighting moved on to the 24 Hour Fitness in Bellflower. And now they shut those down at 9 and I can't play basketball. So that's the reason why I suspended the membership because I didn't want to fight with y'all. I just suspended the membership, $15 a month. But now you're trying to say I got to pay $50 to cancel? No, I don't want to pay nothing. And I actually want you to refund me for 3 months of cancellation fees due to the fact that I could not go use the gym because of you guys shutting the gym down. I don't know. Oh, I'll get to that in a second. Okay, so here's the situation. 24 Hour Fitness, they shut down the gym because of the blacks. They anywhere they go, it always ends up getting shut down the gym because they just can't handle their emotions. When they lose a basketball game or losing, they got to fight and argue and threaten to shoot each other, and then actually go outside and wait for people to come out so they can shoot them. That's just what happens. So I'm telling the lady this, and I'm sorry. I had to say, like, like I was so angry that I used the word niggas. I'm like, it was what it was. It was niggas that freaking got the gym shut down, just like they got the gym in LA shut down, and the gyms all over workplace from LA. So he knows what it is. And guess what? Like you're gonna go outside to play basketball, which you don't want to take a chance. You end up getting shot out there over a basketball game. But I'm yelling at her. I told her this, and it's like, what am I supposed to say? Some guys got the gym shut. No, it's you know who it is. And she tried to like freaking make me pay for membership because they don't want to do their job. I'm sorry, hire security because these people can't play a basketball game without wanting to kill each other. Hire security. But I paid for membership to play basketball, not to lift weights, because I got a gym at my apartment complex. But once again, we got to play this game of not saying and calling it what it is. I'm sorry, I'm blunt. I call it what it is. You're not going to charge me for something that I can't use. All right, let's see. Let me say this in regards to anything I got going on with taxes or whatever. Anybody that got anything to say, y'all can stay on that side of the aisle and y'all can go fuck yourself because it ain't nothing. There ain't nothing I'm doing. Ain't nothing I'm gonna do to make you happy. Ain't nothing I'm gonna do to please you. I'm not doing nothing. If any of y'all know that, hold on. Let me do y'all a favor here. Hold on. Let me give y'all. Hold on, let me fix this for y'all real quick. I think this is it right here. Call this number. Report me. Call this number. Report me. Okay, there you go. Screenshot that because I don't give a fuck. Because guess what? It's on me to pay my taxes. If I do, if I don't pay, it's on me. None of y'all know what I pay, how much I paid, or whatever. So if that makes you feel better as a man or a woman, it makes your day better. It makes you feel better. You got a freaking thug off the street for not paying taxes or paying too much in taxes. Um, go for it. Because guess what? I don't care. And I'm not going to acknowledge those comments. I don't care. Y'all got me the past week and a half. I allowed myself to get to the lowest level of energy in my whole life because I'm so worried about trying to make people happy. But a lot of y'all are never going to be happy. And it's okay. It's fine. I'm not making you guys happy. But with that said, I'm not doing nothing but doing me. So, once again, y'all that put that in the chat, um, go you go fuck yourself if you think that's supposed to scare me or that's supposed to make me change my message. Don't call me tomorrow or text me tomorrow or don't try to come on my panel trying to act like you cool with me because people texting me like what you're saying as a point proving you're exactly the person I thought you were. That goes for everybody that want to play games. So go do what you want to do. Once again, here's the numbers. Do what you got to do. I'm good. Okay. If it's meant for me to get in trouble for something, it might be not just IRS, it might be 10 years ago, like when I was selling weed at the fraternity house. Pounds, actually not pounds, but I sold a pound, like equivalent of a pound of weed back in the day, and it was ignorant. It was because I was young, dumb, not knowing nothing about life at the time. And I told my story about that because I'm hoping to encourage young kids to not do and repeat the same thing, except it wouldn't be with weed. It would probably be with cocaine or something or crack. I want them to not repeat the same mistakes I made, even though it's laughable. Any freaking hood drug dealer would laugh at me for bragging about it. Ain't even a brag, but just talking about selling a pound of weed. Like that's just laughable. That's freaking light work. But once again, I call the FBI, call the whatever the DEA, call them on me. I'm telling you right now. Yes, I sold a pound of weed, or not a pound of weed. But I sold ounces of weed back when I was in college, being stupid, ignorant. And you know what I did? I went and started talking to kids about not doing it. Okay. Like the DARE program that they shut down, I was doing that. I was doing different programs that I had going on that would bring in kids, and we would not necessarily mentor them, but we would tell them the bad and the good and what they can get out of life, what not to do and what to do. So with that said, and by the way, it ain't no individual person, okay? Because me in East Texas, it ain't no individual person. What it is when people threw out that PvP stuff that was fake news, um, people decided to run with it, and then they want to act like they're my friend the next day. I'm not rocking with that, okay? If you're cool with me, which is why I don't like to use the word friend, because a friend would never, no matter how big of a fallout you have, would never threaten you by telling you if you say anything about whatever that you're going to be locked up or you're going to be like have to go and deal with the law, whatever. or you're gonna be called by like some thug to get shot. Like you realize, like every time I have a beef with somebody on my channel, it's usually them telling me to not talk about something or me not to like talk about, a topic. Like I had a guy that was mad that I was talking about how like rideshare drivers lying about how much they were making. This dude literally threatened to come and like wait outside my bedroom that I was renting at the time and freaking shoot me. Okay. And you know what happened? I literally like continued living my life. And then eventually, like 3 weeks later, he called me or texted me like, bro, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get to that level. He was just mad because of the fact I was calling out people for lying because it was making them look bad for lying and not wanting to show their screenshots. Okay. Then the PPP went down, and a lot of y'all that act like y'all cool with me tried to like push that narrative. Y'all was asking that guy to continuously come on just so it could like make me look like a clown because it was for y'all enjoyment and for y'all to look good. And then y'all continued in the chat pushing that narrative. And guess what? It was fake news. So now we have the tax saga. It's all good. Just like the PPP, I gave y'all the number of the PPP. I showed y'all what to do. Y'all can go report me if you think I did something wrong. Like y'all think I did, go report me. Okay. Now y'all know IRS number. Report me for IRS. This is another saga, another thing. The reason why I was upset, it wasn't about the fact of that being said. It's the fact of having y'all call these people my friends, which is why I hate to use the friend word. You call these people my friends, but the moment that we have a disagreement about something, they're quick to call law on you. No friend in the history of friendship would ever do that. I fell out with many of people in my life. I'm not talking about fake internet people that you call friends. I'm talking about real life people I fell out with. I had a dude that the reason why I got out the weed game was because I almost got like set up and robbed, maybe shot because the dude set me up to get robbed for that weed that I had that I was buying. And I got out of there fast. I never sold weed after that. That was just freaking a wake up call. And thank God, because I almost got busted a few weeks later. But that was a wake up call. But that guy, to this day, he's a piece of shit. He doesn't pay child support. He's a loser. That guy, I still would never report him for nothing. I wouldn't dox him. I wouldn't do nothing. I would just let him live because that's like, even though I don't consider him a friend no more, he was always that guy. And that's the way I had to look at it. It was always that guy. So once again, I don't respect anybody that would threaten or push a narrative, okay, that would get a person locked up unless that person is a killer, a violent crime committer, or a freaking person that is terrorizing a community. I'm sorry. Like if I was the guy that punched that woman down the steps, call the cops on me. Okay. If I was the guy that was stealing money from grandmas, go call the cops on me. Okay. Like if I was a scammer, if I was a rapper talking about some op I'm about to kill tomorrow, call the cops on me. But none of y'all gonna do that. None of y'all worried about any of the real issues going on in our community. Black folks, the blacks. Y'all ain't worried about none of that stuff. Y'all just worried about little old me because I don't sign up for the things that you guys want me to push, the narratives you want me to push. So instead, y'all figure, let's get him out of here. Him speaking the truth, the power, means too much to where we got to get that man tied up with the law. Um, let's see here. I'm gonna go all the way to the bottom. If you want me to read your comment, you got to leave a super chat. Otherwise, I'm going all the way to the bottom. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Okay. Da-da-da. Okay, so let's start with the Furby, I guess. Um, Dennis is just kidding. This is all allegedly. Items used in this video are props. No, absolutely true. I know the law and I know what I'm able to say and not say. Um, if for some reason somebody called somebody about me selling weed back in the fraternity house days, there's no proof other than me telling on myself here that I did it, and that's not evidence. Because first off, you still have to have actual proof, evidence, like some type of like facts. Me telling a story, which is a story of me doing these acts, is not proof that will be like will get me charged and whatever. It has to be a victim. It has to be some type of some type of evidence that would corroborate me being a drug dealer. Okay, and plus there's a statute of limitation. Okay, so I'm sorry. There's nobody that was hurt, and there's a statute of limitation. So either way, it ain't that deep for those of y'all that are worried about. I share my experiences completely. I'm open book. I did that just like I blew through $1 million in assets. I've done a lot of stuff, but one thing I've never done was hurt anybody physically. I've never stolen from anybody other than my stepdad that gave me a case of the beats when I was like 8 years old, 9 years old, and it caused me to start standing up for myself. I've never done anything to a person that used to be my friend. I never like tried to get that person in trouble, get that person to like change his life to do something because I don't like what he's doing at the moment. I've never done any of these things, so I'm sorry. Nothing you can do. And this is an actual interesting comment. Um, And actually, I'm gonna change the name of the stream real quick because I'm gonna have to get going without doing the point, which was Caitlin Clark. Guess I have to save that for another day, which sucks, or not another day, but for later. Um, what it's called is is what is the blacks? What is the blacks? We'll call it that. And I can't have what is the blacks with Caitlin Clark on the front of it. So I gotta definitely hurry up and change this real quick. Let's see what we're gonna use. All right, we'll use this photo right here. This photo right here. All right, we're good. Fix that. All right. Let's see. And you know what might happen? I might actually start blocking people. I might do what every other YouTuber do and just start blocking people. Because I mean, a lot of people. I'd rather just not have any comments, but just the people I rock with, and have a bunch of the blacks and the whites in the chat talking. Let's see. Why wouldn't you consider people you never met in life? Why wouldn't you consider people you never met in life friends? I don't see y'all use the word friend loosely, okay? I don't rock with the new way of using friends, okay? Because you're on my YouTube channel and you come and watch some videos, you're my friend. No. It's being respectable, respecting me, calling me before, disrespecting me in a way that you just don't come back from. It's, actually trying to better me, not leave my life and try to make it worse than before you entered my life. Okay. That's what I consider a friend. Somebody that's there no matter what, the good, the bad, the ugly, that allows you to have your opinion and not criticizing. Why do you think I go so hard at the liberals that you can't talk to a liberal and like agree to disagree? They're gonna hate you and call you racist or homophobe or something instead of just saying, we just think differently, you know? Let's see. Looks like we got a super chat that I didn't see. So let me go straight to it. Um, Shout out to Armando. I'm at whatever, however you say your last name. $2 super chat. Pinky Gang. Absolutely, Pinky Gang. I might have to make t-shirts. I might have to make t-shirts. Pinky Gang. Let's see. Shout out to Todd in the building. Yeah, Todd, they're too stupid to understand there's a statute of limitation. You do realize that people come on YouTube and make careers out of talking about crime that they did in the past, how they grew up, adapted from it, and became better men. Um, I don't know why that's so hard to. Hold on 1 second. Yo, you're on my YouTube channel. I'm on live right now. But okay, so you're in LA right now?
Yeah, I had to come get a passport. I do automation technician, so I'm about to go on tour with 21 Savage.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Congratulations for that on that success. It's crazy. A lot of people from Young. This is one of my homies from Youngstown, and like he's another one that's like made success from Youngstown. Okay, so I'll send it. How when do you leave? Because I gotta like walk. You have to come so you can pull up to the garage.
I don't leave till like 7. I mean, my flight don't leave till 7:30.
Okay, because I got actually got to work, but if you want to link up like an hour, because I got to leave here at 3, but I'll send it to you, and then you can just when you come, you got to pull in because there's no parking outside.
Okay.
So just let me know when you're like 10 minutes away, and then I got to use my thing to get you inside the parking garage.
All right.
Yep. All right, man. I'll send it now. All right. All right. So all right. So what we got right here? What else we got here? There are some blacks that are great. But now I'm gonna call them blacks. I'll call them great Black Americans. Like the Ashton Trader is one of the great um, Black Americans. You got to remember, guys. I at one point wasn't black. Like I was one of the ones I'm talking about. I was just like that. Okay, and I do have some of that in me right now. I still do some stuff that would be considered, bad. Okay, so I'm not making myself better. I'm just saying, when it comes to like basic human decency, I'm sorry. We gotta like get it together there. I don't get why y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand that. And we gotta get together. Yep. That's straight. I might have to start blocking them. It'd probably make my life a lot better. It'd probably make the growth better because I'll actually have people that I'll see their comments instead of a bunch of people that are like just bitter, um, angry, hateful people. I might have to clean up this mess. I'm gonna consider that. I might do a smoke show later tonight, and what I would do is do a smoke show, and depending on who shows up, start blocking people. And that'd be like I'll do like 3 levels of blocking, and I'll let people vote. We'll vote live. And actually, before I end today, we're gonna vote on somebody. I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna put it on the. Actually, we'll start it right now. Let's do it right now. Okay, let's make this fun. Okay, let's make this fun. Um, because these are people that I don't really care about their opinion because it's always ignorant, and it fills up my. And this is somebody I've been waiting to decide his faith. So let's do that right now. We're gonna do a poll. We're gonna do a poll. Should because he said some nasty things the past few days. Take a wild guess in the chat who I'm about to put as the first contestant on should they be blocked or not. Let's take a wild guess before I post this poll. Go ahead and put it in the chat. Who do y'all think? Let's have some fun here, okay? Because remember, I know how to have fun. We have fun. Yeah, a new account can be made, but once again, the person is going to have to make a new account. And eventually they're going to get tired of making new accounts because the way it's going to work is if I block you on one account and then you get out of line on the new account, now I block you again. And then it's going to get annoying because you got to literally use another Google account. So that's another account you got to have in your phone. Is anybody going to do that for me? Am I that important that you're going to have multiple Google accounts on your phone? So What is life actually be the last person I would block, by the way, guys. Because even though he comes off emotional and all his arguments are emotional, at least he at this point is being a little bit more respectful. He's not disrespecting me, so he'll be the last one I block. He doesn't deserve the block. He's good now. All right, so let's do the poll. Okay, it is actually Joe Money Monday. Joe Money Monday. He is on the board. We're gonna if y'all say no, then I gotta keep him on here. He's immune. Okay, for a month. Okay, that means he can talk as reckless as he wants for a month. I gotta be fair. He gets 1 month of recklessness. But if it's yes, then he's out of here. Okay. Um, so Joe, you might want to campaign because Joe. The reason why, because Joe literally disrespects Kylie Girl and me on a daily almost, and he's literally, I think, homo who is trying to be with me, but I don't want to be with him because he'll literally be nice to me and like compliment me and do all of this, but then like he'll say something nasty and disrespectful in the comments. Like I don't feel like doing it now, but I can literally pull up the comments of Joe, some of the stuff he said to me, and it's all bad. But like I said, I'm gonna let the people. I'm gonna be a channel for the people. I'm gonna let y'all vote. If he wins, then he gets 30 days immunity. So um, he can survive. Top Trev, I think you're from LA. People don't understand Top Trev. You tell me, Top Trev. Let's keep it real, because I know y'all LA people. Don't y'all differentiate black people and niggas? Top Trev out here in LA. Like, don't niggas make a point to want to be niggas, like to want to be treated like niggas? Y'all let me know. And Top Trev, I see your comment here. If you start getting money and you're arrogant, you stay that way. Just with money, if you're genuine, you stay that way. With money plus peace. Um, Here's the thing, Top Trev, you got to remember. Um, I don't know if that's a reference to me, but if you think I am coming off arrogant, you're definitely wrong with that because you got to remember, um, I'm literally I'm literally a guy um, who could be that egotistical, cocky guy. Now, once I become and try to get on that influencer level, maybe I might get there. Maybe I might start trying to be a little bit better, act a little bit better than I am now because I want people to like, um, show me to respect my opinion a lot more. And I know you got to fake it to make it, but I don't think that's going to come anytime soon. I think that I'm chill. I think it's chill right now. I think that I'm good in regards to that. You know, and a lot of and another thing I'll say is that a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers who are not even as big as I am, which I'm not that big, they actually block people. You know, um, they block people right away. They don't play no games. I let people rock out. Okay, so top Trev, uh, you would understand. You should understand it because remember, I went to Vegas with $500. That's all I had to my name. $500, a book bag with some underwear and socks in it, and I had a sweatsuit in there, and I had the clothes I had on that I had on. I was able to learn a lot. Um, you know, yeah, I didn't see all your comments because I'm actually on StreamYard, so I can't like look at all your comments. But the whole point of the matter was, Top Trev, like we both went through the same thing. Okay, I can't read all this, but I'll try to. Yeah, this is a lot. Top Trev, I would destroy you in basketball, first off. Second of all, um, what gyms open 24 hours? Because out where I was hooping at, you know where I was hooping at, Bellflower area, they all shut down at 10 or 11 o'clock. I don't have time. I don't want to drive all the way there, and I'm going to get there at like 9:30, 10, and then I got to like only be able to hoop for an hour. I want to hoop for at least 2 or 3 hours. That's the reason why I'm saying it ain't worth my money for me to only get to play for 3 hours a week. So if I don't know what you mean with that, because I don't want to play outside. So what gym are you talking about? Because I don't know that gym. And secondly, Top Trip, I didn't come at you at all. I'm chilling. I didn't come at you, so I don't know if you're upset about something. 'Cause I didn't come at you. Don't let these people get you hyped up because I'm just chilling. It ain't no beef my way with you. So chat actually loves it, Trader. I might just have you come on and maybe block some people for me. I think that'd be kind of fun to let him just handle my blocking because I don't have a heart for it. I just feel like it's nasty work to block somebody. All right, let's see the poll. Let's see if he won. If he's saved. Okay, y'all saved him. We got 26 votes. He's immune. We gotta let him live. Shout out to the new fix. Um, okay, so Top Trev, I don't think we answered the question. You actually look like NBA YoungBoy. Is that really your picture? You might be a hooper if that's really you. So here's the situation. Here's the situation. Let me switch my screen real quick. I don't know where. I mean, I'm just keeping it. I'm just trying to keep it. I'm just trying to keep it like. I'm just trying to be real for a second. I'm trying to keep it real with you. Life is we're we got to remember that life. There's more to life than what we're dealing with right now. We're dealing with a situation that we're not being real with ourselves. We're not keeping it real with things. We're allowing people to like make us think that things are one way, but they're really another. So that's all I'm saying. We gotta like um, you know, be willing to speak on things that are happening without, um, being willing to cancel the person because of it. That's all I'm trying to get y'all to understand. You know, I got to swap phones real quick because let me do that real quick. We got sorry. All right, let me swap phones real quick. Wordplay. Look wordplay. You better pull up wordplay. You see that outside wordplay? Go ahead, wordplay. You better pull up. I'm trying to look out for wordplay out here. Oh my God! I found my keys. I found my bike keys. Yo, okay, so I'm walking down now. I need you to try to park, like don't pull up past the driveway. Like try to stay like right by that ice cream shop because I'm gonna let you in right there. I'm walking down right. All right, we found whoops, almost failed. We found we found you know what's crazy? Y'all told me yesterday I have no friends, and I got somebody that like is from my hometown who happened to be in town and reached out to link up. Like, I'm sorry. And this is somebody rocking with me during like the party days, when I was doing like my Sears Entertainment and all of that. Um, yeah. So this is like actually somebody that knows me, and maybe I'll see if he wants to come on and tell some stories. But if we do that, I'm gonna restart this live because this would be like a moment because he's actually, um, pretty dope person. He probably has some stories about the entertainment days. Um, you know, and he knows I've always been this guy, always been this guy. But yeah, it's crazy. I just found my keys. I couldn't find my keys for free. I almost paid $500 to get a locksmith to come and like, you know, um, unlock my you know, the so I can get into my bike on my bike. And yeah, just literally put these warm ups on. I haven't worn these warm ups in like a freaking 2 weeks. The only warm ups my favorite ones really that I haven't wore, and I find my keys. No, he's actually would be considered um, a real nigga, and I'm gonna tell him that he's literally a real nigga. Like he might have changed now, he might be a different person. I haven't seen him in like 6 years. You literally haven't seen him in 6 years, but he would be considered a real nigga. Like literally, like yeah. What is life? You're a grown man. I can't defend you because I'm sorry you've been at her neck, and I'm assuming you're joking. But that ain't no way to get back. Try to get back in my good graces, trying to make a joke about help you with Christina. Dude, you gotta like handle that. I mean, you've been at her neck all freaking forever. So I'm sorry that you're dealing with that now, but you know it'll all be okay. It'll all be okay. So we're gonna see though if he's we're gonna see if he's still a real nigga or if he's black man. No, no, that was good, man. Changed your whole life. I never thought you'd be freaking a professional. So would you call yourself a real nigga still, or are you like a square like me? See, he said he's never gonna be a square. So this is Spence by YouTube. You turn here. So I was trying to tell him I'm always been this guy. I've always been a square. I've always been a corny dude. He was the dude that used to put me on game, and also that simping stuff. Like what, 6 years? Yeah. How long you been out here? Now for like 2 years. And you might want to stay over a little bit because yeah, the people be coming down reckless. This is all the way on sixth floor, and then yeah, we don't got no parking other than our spots. You know how to ride a motorcycle?
Yeah, but I ain't rolling in like 2 years.
It smell like you got some of that California weed.
No, that's somebody, whoever had this car, you know I don't smoke weed.
Oh, you don't smoke weed no more? Then you used to.
Every now and again.
Yeah, I thought you still.
I don't like to let me feel.
I feel that. I do a weed vape almost every other night. All right, so Brandon don't know him because he wasn't when I used to throw the parties. Didn't we meet from the parties or was it before that? Yeah, it was the parties because of
Before that at the wild, but
Oh yeah, the YMCA, yeah. Cause used to be back then used to suck. Used to be like running, like used to play defense, you used to miss all your shots. But now it's been a minute. So look guys, I'm gonna jump back on and I'm gonna do it on vertical. Maybe we'll get Christina. Um says Spence gonna put hands on you before the day is over. You don't want nothing to do with YouTube. I'm probably not. Do you do YouTube or social media, any of that?
not really anymore.
Yeah, you gotta remember if he goes on Facebook, he puts not you remember, but if he puts a post up on Facebook saying anything, he's gonna have like 200 chicks thirsty, like, oh my God, come to my house, like I want some of that. So, I mean, he already had that. I was a lame other than on Facebook when I was throwing parties, But look, guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna reach back. I'll be back on here in like a couple hours. Actually, it'd be like 3 hours after I get out of work. And you can pull like right here because I gotta move my car. So I'll talk to y'all in a little bit. Appreciate y'all. I'm right here. Uh, hit that like button, subscribe for me on your way out.